What's up, everybody? It's JT Sports, and I'm back to you guys with another video. And in my previous video, I did the 5 biggest winners from NFL free agency week day 3, excuse me. And in this video, I'm doing the 5 biggest losers from after day 3 of NFL free agency. Now, like I said, unlike the winners, I think that after day 3, most of the best free agents are gone. You still have some quality guys left. But, I mean, at this point, most of the money is spent. Most of the acquisitions are made. But for this list, some of these teams have the possibility to improve and others not. So, let's get into it. So, at number 5, we have Le'Veon Bell. This guy sat out for a whole entire year and signed for $14 million less. And last year, he made this tweet calling out a New York Jets fan saying, "I speak on behalf of the New York Jets. We'll give you $60 million in cash if you come play for us." And what does he say? That ain't enough to come run with the Jets. And lo and behold, he ends up signing for $52.5 million. Looks like that was less than enough to come run with the Jets, Le'Veon. So he is definitely one of the biggest losers here. He thought he was going to make more, made less, but, he lost. At number 4, we had the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, so please don't get offended. But, we had to be on this list. We didn't get a first-round pick for Antonio Brown, and we didn't necessarily get better, even though I still know that we will win the division, and we're not, based on our franchise, we don't really make big free agent splashes. The biggest free agent acquisition we have had in the last 5 years was getting Joe Hayden. And that wasn't even during free agency. That was somewhere during the preseason. But we really need a first-round pick for Antonio Brown. We thought we was going to get a first-round pick for Antonio Brown, but instead we ended up trading him for a 3rd and a 5th-round pick. And, I don't care what anybody says. This dude is a Hall of Famer and one of the best wide receivers to ever play, and one of the best wide receivers, if not the best wide receiver of this decade. And we traded him away for, in Stephen A. Smith's words, a bag of chips and a Coca-Cola. And that's all that needs to be said. We traded away a superstar for a 3rd-round pick and a 5th-round pick. That's an L. At number 3, we have the Washington Redskins. Landon Collins is a great signing, but is he really worth $84 million? And he doesn't necessarily make the team any better. They improved at the safety position, but he also lost several other key positions on the offense and defense side. On the defense side, they lost linebacker Preston Brown. They lost their starting offensive tackle Ty Niski. He went to the Buffalo Bills. And they lost Jamison Crowder. Wow, they took some blows, man. They took some huge blows. They got back Adrian Peterson, but they only got better at the safety position, and other than that, they got worse. So they have to be on this list. They got worse. They didn't get better. They lost a lot of key guys, especially Jamison Crowder. That was the best wide receiver they had from last season. They just let him walk away, and they desperately need some wide receiver help now, and that has yet to be addressed. But hopefully the Washington Redskins address the wide receiver situation. So at number 2, we had the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah, they signed Earl Thomas and Mark Ingram, but the losses on defense outweigh the things that they gained. Yeah, they got rid of Eric Weddle, who was old. And yeah, they got to upgrade at the free safety position with Earl Thomas. But other than that, look at what they lost. They lost C.J. Mosley, one of the best, probably the best linebacker in the NFL. They lost Terrell Suggs. Even though he was old, he was still productive. They lost Darius Smith and free agency. That is a lot to lose, considering the fact that the Baltimore Ravens had the best defense in the NFL. And also, they lost John Brown. So, the Baltimore Ravens, they didn't really get better. They got worse. The only thing, how you going to replace the best linebacker in football, C.J. Mosley? And they lost Zadarius Smith. Yeah, you can say, Terrell Suggs and Eric Weddle, they were old. But there's no way that you're going to replace the best linebacker or one of the best linebackers in free agency. That just doesn't happen. And they lost Zadarius Smith. And the only thing they signed on defense was Earl Thomas and Mark Ingram offense. Running back isn't necessarily a worry for the Baltimore Ravens. They could easily just get one in the draft for cheaper, or get a. It was other options in free agency that were way cheaper than Mark Ingram. I mean, I like the signing, but I mean, they lost John freaking Brown. I mean, who was one of their best wide receivers to Buffalo, a deep threat. And now, what wide receivers is Lamar Jackson in year 2 trying to develop into a better passer, trying to limit him running the ball over 20 times? Who is he going to have to throw to? Who? That was not addressed in free agency. Now, it's not too late for the Baltimore Ravens to address those needs. But, I mean, gosh, they are definitely number 2 on this list. At number 1, we had New York Giants fans. I mean, it doesn't get more depressing than watching Odell Beckham, probably one of the biggest stars that New York has had in a long time. The rising star, the bright star of the New York Giants got traded away. Everybody, the poster boy, everybody loves Odell. And he got traded away to the Cleveland Browns for the 17th overall pick, which is pretty good. Andrew Burrow Pepper, who is also pretty good. But I know New York Giants fans right now are eating Tide Pods right now. They just lost Odell Beckham, the one player in the NFL, maybe in NFL history, that was more important to the offense than the quarterback. And those are the 5 biggest losers of NFL free agency so far. So you guys let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Make sure to like the video and subscribe. And thanks for watching.